It's been a few weeks. Yeah. Life, family. So I can tell you already, I'm gonna run out of lead videos and not gonna be able to do one a week like I was hoping at the beginning. But, oh well, such is life. Let's look at the car. We ran into an issue. Unfortunately, a potentially really big issue. Got the new body mounts there in the back. All right, we're all good, right? Well, got to the front. See that side? Huh. Now let's go over here. See that side? Yeah. The front is way over that direction and will not go that way. I'll show you why. All right, I'm hoping this is going to show on the camera. You see down there? All right, can you tell where the problem is? Yeah, it warped. It's bent like so. So the middle is sticking out this way. It's hitting the floorboard brace right there because it's sticking out. Now, it wasn't before because that body mount was holding it in place. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to straighten that up some. And I can already see, looking back towards the back of the frame, that it looks like it's pulled down some, which may, yeah. All right, let me see what we can do. And for reference, this is the driver's side. And it's pretty straight. And yes, the strap is there. I was thinking I might be able to pull it using the strap. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. Not with the body on and etc. All right. So I'm gonna move the fuel line. Might as well get the fuel pump off. And before I do any of this and remove all these wires, went back to the battery in the trunk. The relay I've already removed. The hose is too stiff or I can't pull it off of here. It's stuck on here. So save yourself the trouble. Just cut it. It's a little hard with one hand. Yeah, just cut it and have some windows open. Hopefully you got a breeze. Oh, and have something to drain it into. I cannot believe I broke this cheap little socket trying to get those bolts off. Now, granted, it's cheap Taiwan made junk, but still, how tight can it be? I got two on this side, and apparently they're really, really tight. So the fuel line is held up by, you have 3 half-inch screws that literally bolt into the frame. You push it in to get it out of the frame. However, see if I can show you this. Right there, it goes into the frame. All right, that's right there. Comes in and up right to here. So I pushed, see it moving? So what you're gonna do, so once you get it, out of the way a little bit. Start sliding it back. And yeah, you're gonna get some gas on the ground. There's just no way to avoid it. If you didn't have the cross member, it would come off easier, but oh, come on. Didn't say it was going to be easy. It'd be easier if the body wasn't on it. And that was my plan. These plans always go out the window. There. Really? Just cut on a wire. Okay. It's out. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out just so they're not in the way, along with that water hose that I use for burnouts. Alright, all the wiring is out of the frame, and decided I probably should go ahead and straighten this so when I lift up the rocker here by the rocker, the board can go all the way back. This isn't all, these, don't jack them up under the seam here. Try to get it as far up as you can. Might be able to use a pair of these. All right, we're getting somewhere. Okay, well that's better. Not perfect, but that's better. Alright, putting the board right up against that seam. Okay. All right, so this one is in, but loose. Okay. One back here is in, but loose. Two back here are out. They're out because the frame is more in here than it comes out. So I don't want this to be pulling on it when it's tipping up. All of them on the right side are out. So should be no issues with this falling off because those two, one there on the other side. Now I will tell you, I'm jacking up around here. I've got the seat, front seat still setting in it all the way forward. Front window is in, the dash is in. Give a little weight on the front. Otherwise, it's actually around here, give or take a few inches on where the balance would be. So, staying away, start lifting. It has started coming up. Going through and checking. So this back is still lower than the front. Look at that, that's all the way like so. The back is barely come up. So like I said, where it's balanced, probably should have moved it back a little more. Let's see what we get. I need to move it back a little more. It's where the jack is, not necessarily where the board is. Let's try it again. Okay, the back is a little bit. Yeah, that front is even higher than it was. Back is just heavier than you think it is. Now I've got to lift it high enough to where the rockers are clearing the frame on this side. I may end up having to I think I'm going to end up having to jack both sides up a little at a time. Yeah. I was hoping I'd be able to just jack this side up enough to clear, but doesn't look like it. I'm trying, just so I'm not ready to take the body all the way off. So I'm trying to avoid, and I don't have like an engine hoist, at least yet. don't have a rotisserie, so I don't really have a good way of lifting the body up yet. All right. So I have this on lifting up by the suspension points, because that's where I want it when I do the body work. And well, when I lift the body up, the whole frame actually comes up a little because there's less weight. Now I do have it up, and you might be able to see that warp. It's pretty, it's a fair bit. I'm thinking a good 3/8 of an inch needs to be pushed back. And so I got a decent amount here. Some there, but here's, well, it's really hard to show because you got to be able to clear the whole frame and get like chains in there in order to straighten that. So here's what I got. Try to straighten this. Got a, in this case it's safety chain, is bolted through the frame with a bottle jack. And no, it's not hitting the body, it's just on the frame. It's held up like that, and as long as these bolts hold, should be good. If a bolt breaks, then this chain is going to fly and hopefully not kill anybody, number one, or break anything, number two. But hopefully they just won't break. But I don't know what grade they are, so there is, make sure yours is at least a grade 5. I've possibly a 8. So I think grade 5 would be high enough, but I'm not an engineer of this sort, so yeah, let's hope they hold. And yeah, the foam and stuff, the wood may or may not help any if they do break. All right, so I did go ahead. I have a chain wrapped around and bolted through here. And if this breaks, this is going to go flying, but it's going to, this will hold it in and it'll catch there and hopefully keep it from going too far or doing too much damage. Hopefully it just won't break. Okay. I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. Let's just hope it works. Well.
Out and get your camera.
Hopefully it won't. Let's see where we're at. Has it done anything? Yeah, it's hard to say. I need this wheel off, really.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Can you tell on the camera? gotta be able to see. I don't think it's done anything yet. Disappointing.
I think you've turned it very much yet, have you?
No, I haven't. And it turns very little when you turn it. All right, now I'm feeling it. All right, now I think it might be moving a little. Yeah, it's definitely moving now.
Good.
Just come in a little bit.
You said you have to go a little past where you need to be?
Yeah. You gotta go a little past so that it'll, because it's gonna come back a little. All right. Put on my helmet, my racing helmet. Huh?
Don't go too far. You're doing this the other way.
Well, it barely moves
Yeah.
per
All
turn.
right.
All right. So we gotta go a fair bit actually. Whew. So more to go. It has come in some.
Leave it sit there overnight.
Huh?
So you gonna leave it sit there for a while before you take it off?
Why?
I don't know.
I think that looks pretty straight on the bottom. It's really hot in the garage.
You have a fan?
Foretaste of things to come. If it gets hotter. Oh, see right there. If it would stay right where it is, it'd be good. But you gotta go a little bit farther because it's gonna want to come back.
How does it get bowed out there?
Well, it could have been like that from the factory, or it could have been from when it got tagged in the back.
Yeah, true.
But the body bushing, it's got a metal sleeve, and that's what was keeping it from coming out any farther. All right, on the top, that's looking pretty good. I'd love to know how many pounds of force are currently on it. That would be interesting. Yeah. A little more. There you go.
Bolt broke.
Bolt broke. There you go. My safety thing worked. Look at that. It held right there. That's where it. Woo! Hopefully that was enough.
Yep.
I'll have to watch the video to see if it hit the foam on that end. I don't think so.
So is the chain hooked onto the jack, or did,
No.
So what did the jack hit?
The jack just fell.
Okay.
All right, hopefully that was enough. I'm thinking those bolts were not grade 5 or higher.
Yeah.
And you're putting side load on it.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what I was trying to keep an eye on those, but
Yeah. So that's its shear strength isn't its strongest. Okay, there you go, people. Post destruction. It still comes out a little at the top. The bottom looking really good. So the top didn't come in as much as I would have liked before the bolt broke. I need to have the nose of the jack up higher, put more of the force on the top. And these bolts would have been fine if I hadn't have pulled so hard on it. But I am going to replace them with some, they're actually M10s, 10.9s. So that's the metric equivalent of a high grade SAE. I think the 10.9 is the same as an 8. And I think the 8.8 is the same as a 5. I think. Now I'm going to show you a trick on getting these bolts in this frame. Because, well, here I guess. Because I don't have direct access there. It's this magnet. So that's allowing me to bring it in and get it where it's going through the hole from the other side. And I've got enough washers to keep it from pulling through. The magnet keeps pulling to the side. All right, so that's how I'm getting it in there. All the safety stuff blocked my vision, so the bottom was pushing in more than the top. So I've raised the jack so it's higher, and it's now putting the weight on the top. It's the top I need to move in. By the way, this is the bolt from the other side. It had bent, but not broken yet. Obviously, it was about to. So I just want to turn it in enough, get that top to go in some. But it's a lot harder to see than you would think. Make sure that's high enough. Is that jack high enough? Do I need to pop the jack a little more higher? Maybe should have had the jack farther out even on the nose. All right, it's still pushing on the top primarily. But it could go up. You guys have a better view than I do. Okay, I could see it going up that time. Okay, a little more. Just doesn't look like it's actually going up. All right, I'm hoping that that's probably good. Just have it not quite far enough when I try to, after I lower the body again and then have to re-raise the body. I mean, that takes some time, so I'm gonna go just a little more. You hear that? I think that's the, yeah, I don't know what that is. Something's creaking. And this is still, I'm not turning it near as hard as I was before the other bolts broke. All right, let's push it just a little more. Okay, now I'm gonna back it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much did it bow back out? Some. It's not bad. Uh-oh. The woman's coming. There's still a lot of pressure on it though. So you just got to go a little farther than you want, which it's at. All right, let's just back it out and see where we're at. Whoo, it's hot. It's just not as far in as I wish it was. This should work. 1, 2. I'd feel better if I was wearing my old SCA armor for protection against blunt force. Anybody here part of the SCA or have been? Let me know in the comments. Or do you even know what SCA is? Society of Creative Anachronism. Doesn't explain what it is at all. It's reliving the Middle Ages as they should have been. That gives you a better idea. 3. All right, I just might be able to go a few more, but it's getting really tough, kind of like it was last night before it broke. Let's see where we're at. 1, 2. Okay, there's 30. For those about to rock. It's 30. $40. Okay, I think we can get it off from here. 40 and a half. Ooh. Okay, how are we looking? It is a lot better than it was. It's still bowed a little bit, but most of these are, so. Okay, on that angle last night, you really couldn't see too well, but there it is. Hopefully that's picking up. So it just bows out just a little bit, and that's what most of them did right there. So now, I'm just gonna remove the chains, then we'll be able to jack this side up, pull the blocks out, and lower it back down, and hopefully everything will line up nicely. Now there's a block there. That is a 4x4 piece of wood. And there I got a specially cut size one out of a 4x4. And that's just a 2x4. And got that long bolt in there just to keep it from going any farther. And of course I have the actual bolt in that one and in this front one so it doesn't fall off. Now, a lot of people don't realize, so this is that mount that doesn't have a bolt that goes up through it. But look up there. It has a locator in the trunk floor. So that still has to locate, and you can see where it was, I hope. So it was way over on the edge. That was the only thing keeping it this side of the body, this frame, holding it in. And that's probably honestly there from when it was built. So here are the bolts that I used. The two that were not grade anything. They did pretty well, but yeah, they broke or bent. These are the 10.9 M10s, and you can see it did damage the threads. And that was it. They didn't bend, they didn't break. So bear that in mind if you do this. All right, just want to let you know that no animals got hurt in the filming of this video. No people did either, thankfully. Yeah, that was unexpected. As far as I did not expect the frame to be bent like that. I mean, that's kind of weird, but you know, it's a 1970. Frame's probably never been off the body, so you never know what you're gonna get. But we got the frame straightened and should be able to put the new body mount bushings on it in the next video, and that'll then allow us to do doors and alignment and all that stuff and preparing for cutting the quarter panels. All right, now for the verses of the video, I decided to do Romans 12, 17 to 21 in light of all this political violence that is going on and a recent murder of someone who held open discussions on college campuses and they killed him for it. How should we respond? Well, Romans 12, 17 through 21. Repay no one evil for evil. but give thought to do what is right in the sight of all. If possible, so far as you can, live peaceable with all. Never avenge yourselves, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. To the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him a drink. For by doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Let's be good, people. Love conquers. All right, I hope the video was helpful, and I hope, it's been a stressful time in the world, in this country especially, and just remember, God loves you, and we need to love each other. All right, God bless.